is usually used for the page title, and it is the first heading visible on a page. When viewed in HTML code, its value is enclosed in H1 tags. To make the text stand out, the H1 tag is usually formatted differently than the rest of the page content. The easiest way to understand the use of the H1 tag is to imagine that you are writing an outline of a large document. The main title of your document will be your H1, your main points the H2, and subpoints the H3. Before we proceed, and to avoid any confusion, the H1 tag should not be confused with the title tag. They are two different page elements. The title tag is shown in the search engine result page, but the H1 tag does not. The title tag is not shown visually on a page, but it is part of the page header, and it is also shown in the browser title. The H1 tag is shown to users while browsing a page. Look at the following image to understand the difference between the two. In the majority of cases, the page title and H1 tag have the same value because CMS, like WordPress, are configured this way. This is perfectly fine. While you can change them, Google recommends that they should be identical. This means that in terms of optimizing the value of the H1 tag, there is nothing more to do. What you should do is follow these simple guidelines related to the style and placement of the H1 tag. The first is to make sure that your H1 tag is visible to users. Many website themes have the H1 tag in the HTML of the page, but it's hidden to users. This is not a good SEO practice. Check that your theme outputs the H1 tag correctly and that is visible on the page. The easiest way to do this is to view the HTML source of a page and search for H1. What you see enclosed in H1 tags should also be visible on the page. The second rule is to style your H1 tag differently than the rest of the content. Make your H1 stand out using bigger letters than the rest of the text and heading. The third rule is to use headings in a hierarchical manner. I mentioned before that you should approach headings the same way as writing an outline for a book or long-form document. What is important for SEO is to have your tags in the correct order to make the job of crawlers easier. Last but not least, best SEO practices indicate that there should be only one H1 tag per page. This is because it makes more sense, and this is what you should aim for. In cases, though, that you end up having multiple H1 tags on a page, this is not the end of the world. If you can correct the situation, then do it. Otherwise, leave it as it is. That's it.